Yo, what's up, YouTubers? My name is Zanzu. So today I have finally finished editing this video for you guys, and I hope you really enjoy it. It's gonna be about my characters that I have made on my last video, the general review about Kenshi. If you have not seen the video, then you can go check it out if you like. The link is down in the video description. Now let's get this started. So as you can see, this is where I left off from my last video, but before I get into more details, I just want to explain the way I have edited this video. Now, I had to cut a lot of scenes in the game because the gameplay was about 4 hours and 20 minutes, and as you know, this video is about 37 minutes, so a lot of the scenes have been removed and most of them are just us walking around and exploring things. So this is why I'll be talking you through the video and explaining most of the scenes that you will see. So buckle up and enjoy the ride, guys. Now, the first things I started doing is looking into my bags to see what I have. If you guys remember when I was doing the review about Kenshi and I spoke about the beginnings or 4 star scenarios, I have picked the Freedom Seekers, which gives you 5 more followers in your group and good amount of supplies and random building materials to start with. Now, including myself, we are 6, and I have good amount of building materials, as I said, good supplies from food, first aid kits, and bandages. So I'm all set and I'm all ready to go out and explore and find a place to call home. But always check out the markets. I mean, you start in a city or a town, so why not see what they have? If you see blueprints, by the way, check them out and see what they teach you. Some of them are very, very useful things to learn, and you will definitely need it later in the game. Remember, if you do have money when you start, one of the main things I would say you should buy is a sleeping bag, because you will need it to craft a bed, and beds are very good to use so you can rest and recover from your wounds, and it really heals you pretty fast, so you definitely need that. Now, buy food if you don't have any in your bags, because if you don't have any food and you do get hungry, you will definitely die of hunger. And always make sure you have first aid kits or bandages, because in Kenshi you will get attacked most of the time, so you need to be ready to patch up at any moment. So as you can see, I'm just checking my characters, seeing what I'm missing, and as you can see here, I'm just getting the sleeping bags. So yeah, once you like spawn in a city or a town, just buy what you need, see what you kind of like missing in your inventory and stuff, and just buy it. And remember, like, keep some money, but don't spend all your money. You don't want to be totally broke. So yeah, as you can see here, that's I think here I was trying to go to the swamp, and it was a nice journey, but it took me quite a long time, and I had to edit the whole video and get this kind of shorter, but it was fun. It was really fun. You can see here, this is what I kind of named my group to Knights. You could add more squads, by the way, and just get like different characters to different squad. As you can see here, like, remember one thing as well, there is your weight is an issue. So what you want to do is always like kind of see split the weight between your characters so they kind of like running together, so they don't separate apart too much, because some characters are faster than others and stuff. The stats are kind of amazing here, so you just have to like pay attention to these things. I'm still learning about it. I don't know much, but for me personally, Grim was the fastest, so he can carry the most, even though I gave him the most to carry, but he didn't have a backpack. That's why I think he was faster than anyone else. As you can see here, that's when I actually hit or reached the swamp area. It was at night, raining. It was a bit fun. I mean, so far I haven't encountered anybody or anyone, and everything was looking good. Plank coming in at number 4. It's always Danny and Zanzuz at the last. this is the location that I was heading towards. I mean, this is where I really wanted to build. But as soon as I started here, I was just, I couldn't I couldn't build. I don't know why was it doing this to me. I just couldn't build here. So I didn't want it to turn me down. So I kind of like went to the city from my location to there. As you can see, it wasn't not far. It was a hive city. Now here, because it was a hive city, I thought like, what? Let me just send in Plank, because Plank is like, he's a hive. That's his own race. So they should, take him in open arms. But as soon as I got in, as you can see here, guy was telling me you're a lost hive, so there's no trade for you. And I was like, I'm not welcome here. So I was like, cool, let me send someone else in. But I could see him shouting and just getting more angry and just saying, get out and get out. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just get the fuck out of there because I'm really scared. I don't want to get attacked. In this game, everything hates you and everything seems like want to kill you. So you just want to keep that in mind because you can get attacked like from anything here. So I really didn't want to stay any more at this city. So I just wanted to get out and head to a new destination to find and to find a good place for me to build or to settle. I remember here in this scene right here, this where I was kind of like, yeah, as you saw that like Zanzu just flashed red. So I thought like something was going on, like, but I'm trying to look at Zanzu's from here and I can't see no one behind the screen, like, or no one behind Zanzu's, like as soon as he got a little bit closer, I see just Zanzu's and Danny, just there's no one there. And as soon as I turn the camera, I see that, and that kind of scared me because I wasn't sure if he was trying to attack us or anything. So I called the whole group to come back so we could stop, and just like check what he wants. And he just didn't say nothing. He just turned his back on us like this and just walked away. It was really awkward. So we just like, kept going. We didn't ask too many questions about that. So we just kept going and kept heading towards our destination. I remember here I was going somewhere towards like the mountain and I tried to build there and stuff. It wasn't really nice, so I said, I'm just gonna find another location. And as you can see here, that's when we got to the open desert. Now it felt a little bit nice because I'm out of the trees, but as soon as I just got out to the desert, you can see it just auto saved, and I was already getting chased by a bunch of dogs. So if I died at this moment, it's just gonna like load back to this point because I didn't have any manual saves till this time. Like I didn't have nothing saved manually yet, so it was just like I didn't really want to die, so I kept just trying to run as far as I can from these dogs. And I was kind of like a little bit happy because I was a little bit faster than the dogs, even though I had weight on me. But as you guys remember, I kind of split the weight between my characters, so they're all kind of fast. None of them are slow, but some of them are faster than the others, but they're all fast enough to outrun certain type of enemies. As you can see here, I'm just trying to group up the characters back and see who is injured. I think, yeah, Plank was injured in his stomach. He had a proper injured in his stomach. But that's crazy. Nice legs, robot. The robots are just dead. They're just so cool. Like Grim. By the way, Grim is the toughest character I have. He is actually the strongest out of all of them. So as you can see here, I just checked all my characters. Plank was the only person who was injured. I'm just trying to heal everybody or heal Plank up, and we're gonna keep on going. So you can see we crossed almost. We're gonna get out of the desert. But the thing is, Kenshi is just, as I say, like I just finished off from the dogs. As soon as I walked off, not too like long, just like 5 minutes after that, I just get chased by these, as you can see here, by these four guards. I didn't even go through the city. I didn't go into the city. I wasn't like, it wasn't like a stop and search bag or anything like that. I just passed by the city and they just followed Grim. And they didn't say nothing. They're just chasing Grim like they want to kill Grim. So I didn't want to stop. But as you can see here, right here, I thought, 6 people against this one soldier, because two of them was lost and then there was two left to follow me. As you can see, guys, there was one of the soldiers left to kill the dog. Now, I thought I can kill this guy, like, 6 vs 1. You should definitely do that. Then now the soldier came in. Now it wasn't really looking too good, but my hopes were still up. I remember my hopes were still up. I was like, you know what, I can do this. But then Plank got slapped and just dropped. So it wasn't really looking too good now. But I'm just hoping one of the soldiers to go down, especially the first one we fought. Like, that. And then you got the dogs. These dogs were just so annoying. I swear to God, I hate dogs in here. They're crazy. So in the end, I remember all of my characters went down. The only character that was still standing is Grim. Now Grim is really tough and he's actually fast. So I had to just keep running in circles around these dogs till they kind of stopped me, like, or stopped from following me and stuff. And as soon as they done that, what I done is just like said, you know what, I'm just gonna heal up my characters and just get the hell out of here because it was not looking too good. So I straight away healed Zuzu, healed Plank. Plank was actually still walking, but he was crippled. So I got him to me, healed him up. Then we healed Zanzu, Zuzu, Danny, and we got out of there as soon as we can. But I remember I had to spend like proper like 15 minutes here just to wait for them to recover from coma and stuff. Now, at this point here, this was where I decided, you know what, this is where I want to build. It looks nice, and it's kind of like far away from everything. It's not like too much things spawns around here, so it was kind of like cool to build here. So as you can see, I start like prospecting different areas to find the best place to build where I can find all the resources that I need. I've done a few up and down, honestly. Some of them were good. The only thing that I couldn't find was copper. I found a bit of everything, like from iron, water, stone, stuff like that, but I couldn't get copper. And some areas was completely, in the same area, just completely empty. There's nothing. Like this one right here, that was just bad. This area right here, where Grim is standing, that's where I decided to build, because here I had a bit of everything, and everything was a bit high. Like, so I had like water at high, like 80%, stones I think was at 60% or 70%. So it was really good place for me to build. The first thing I started doing was building a storm house. It's a big house, it fits all of us in, and you could like, it's a good house to start with, especially if you have that amount of players. Now you can see here I'm just building the house and stuff. Just need building materials. I think it takes 5 building materials to build this house. Maybe 5, 6, I'm not sure, but yeah, something about 5 or above. See here. Now we got the house complete. Second thing I done was building a wheat farm. Now I'm just getting the wheat farm built. Zan is the farmer. He's actually into the night squad, but he's not a much of a fighter, but he's at least stronger than the others. But he's definitely not stronger than Grim. Now, as you can see here, this is the research bench. You definitely need to build a research bench. As soon as you get yourself a house or like a roof to protect you, on top of your head to protect you and stuff, so you just build yourself a research bench, because it's something definitely you need if you want to craft or build more items. Now, the thing is with the research bins, you, as you can see here, you could only have like few things first to learn, but then you could learn more things once you like upgrade the research bins, I think. But for mainly, you could do all the storages, like, you know, chest, storage box, things to store certain things with it, like iron, ore, and stuff. So you definitely want to research the most important things first, and leave someone there researching these things, because if you go, it's not going to research itself. I thought it does it by itself, but it doesn't. You have to actually physically leave someone in there. Now, once you set that up and you get like, you make groups or squads, you set whatever characters you want in whatever squads you want. So for me personally, I had 3 squads, so the elites, knights, and workers. So elites ones is like more of management, knights are the fighters, and workers, they just like, you know, workers or farmers. So I'm just trying to empty whatever I have in my worker squad. So just want to send them out there to find some type of good resources for them to farm for me. Because obviously the first thing you want to look for is, look for like iron, you know, copper. I don't know if you need, for me personally, I don't need copper at the moment. I mean, if you could get it and you could sell it, then you could make money from that. But for me personally, what I do need is iron. I need stones, I need water, things like that. So you need to send your workers out there to find a good stone or not for them to farm. It took me a while to find some, but you know, I ended up finding one in the other side of the location that I'm going into right now. But there's something here as well that I wasn't too sure. What is it? Like, it looks like the ball. Um, looks like a ball of a spaceship of Star Wars or something like that. As you can see, it's right there. That one, I wasn't sure what is that. You know, I wasn't sure what it does. I tried to click on other characters to see if they could like farm it or inspect it or do something, but it just doesn't give me option to do nothing. But as you can see here, this is where I found an iron nut. So I got that sorted. I sent my farmers in there, or my workers, to get it sorted. Now the second thing in mining is, like, you definitely want to build a stone mine. You, once you research things, you will get the option to build a stone mine. So as soon as you get a stone mine up, or the option to build a stone mine up, I suggest highly to build that, because it will help you a lot. But you need to get a good location. As you can see here, I'm just trying to find a good place where I can place it, where I could get like a high percentage of more ore, or to get more production out of that place. Right here, I was getting about 93, and I think that's the highest I managed to get around my area or around my base. So I set one up there. Second thing you want to build after you build the stone mine is there's something called, I'm not sure, stone processor, or like, I'll check. I'm gonna build one now. You will see, guys. That's the iron ore. It needs 3 building materials to build the stone mine. So as soon as you get the stone mine built, there's something here you will see I'm building right now. Okay, I think I'm building the storages right now. So this is a storage for ore. So like all your stone, ore, and stuff like that goes into there. And that storage is for building materials. This is the stone. Sorry, this is the storage for the stone. So all the iron ore and stuff like that will go to the ore one, I think. Yeah. Then this is for the steel bars. So I only built like 4 storages that I would be using mainly, which is ore, steel bar, and building materials one, which with the stone as well. So yeah, 4 storages for now. This is what I was talking about. It's called, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's called stone processor, manual stone processor. So you need this manual stone processor. So basically, once you farm stone and you get stones, what happen is they will put it into that machine, and you physically need someone manually to physically like get the machine to operate. So you need to leave people in there working on it, and what it would do, it will turn the stones into building materials, and these building materials you could use it to build many things. So you definitely need that, because you don't want to end up buying a lot of building materials all the time, so it will save you a lot of money. Right here, I remember like I was checking on Plank, because I remember Plank, I left Plank to do the work for the the stone mining, and for some reason he was knocked out. I wasn't sure who knocked him out. You remember one thing, guys, if you keep your squads like, or you have different squads, and you're not like looking into one squad, so the other squad could get attacked. You have to keep an eye on the squads, like if it's flashing red, or the letters, like the elites, knights. If it's flashing red, then know someone's from that squad is getting attacked. So for me personally, I don't know who attacked it, but I assumed someone, tough or something. So what I done is I sent Zan and Grim there, because Zan and Grim are like the strongest characters I have. So in case if anybody attacks them, they could defend themselves, or maybe even kill the enemy. I mean, if it's one only, like if it's more, then they are screwed. So here, these are the beds or sleeping mattresses, whatever you want to call them, but these are the beds where you that's why I said you need sleeping bags, because I only made two, because I only have two sleeping bags, but I think two should be enough to change in between like these six characters, so but they're very useful, guys. Like if you could get them as soon as you can, then and you have like a house and you have things like that, they will really help you a lot, because you could just slap it down and just relax, and it will heal your wounds crazy. Remember one thing, guys, for me, I'm like I'm still kind of like learning the game myself, so I don't know much in like if there's more things to build or more things to do. But if you guys are watching this and you have played Kenshi before and you recommend for me to do something, please leave it down in the comments. Like, let me know what I'm doing wrong, or if I should go somewhere to discover certain things to get a better gear, because obviously I don't have any gear at the moment. Like, I spend all my money, but obviously I'm gonna try to scavenge things in the future and get more things, and try to get some money and expand. But for now, as you can see, is all I'm doing is just trying to farm, get more resources, more things, just so I could make more stuff to build, or like to sell them and make some more money and buy things that I need. So once you get to this stage, I would say all you gotta do is just try to get stronger. And by that I mean is like try to expand your base, try to fortify your base, and like have things you need, sell things, make money, because money is really powerful. Once you get money, you can buy a lot of things in the game. And for me personally, I haven't reached that point, but I can see once I go to a city or a town, I'm always looking into the shops, and they have a lot of things that's interesting, things that I want to try and I want to get. You know, blueprints, for example. Once you get blueprints and stuff, like you could learn to craft new things, and that is fun. So I want to do all of that. So money is an issue. So always try to find things and sell things. For me personally, this is how I make money. I don't know if you know any better way. Please leave it down in the comment. Like I said, guys, give me any tips. Like every tip is welcome, and it will be very useful probably. So yeah, but for now, as you can see, nothing much I'm doing, just farming. I remember here I was trying to build like another house, like a small house, to build a shop inside there so I could sell things, but I don't know how it works. So I said, I'm just gonna leave it for a bit later, and we could do that later. Yeah, here is a well. So you do need water, and you build a well somewhere. For me personally, around the whole area it was just 60%, so I just placed it there next to my house, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna get Zanzius to fix it. But remember one thing: once you build a well, is you gotta operate it manually. It doesn't generate water if no one's actually working there. So you gotta set a worker into the well as well to get water. And you do need the water. Like if you remember when I placed the wheat farm, I didn't know that you need to actually put water into the wheat farm for the wheat to grow. I just thought it will just does it by itself. So what you got to do is you're gonna get like barrels of water from the well, and you carry the barrel of the water and you go to the wheat farm and place it in there. And what it does, it will just take the water, drink the water basically, and it will just kind of grow. It produces wheat as much as you put water. As you can see here on the left side, it was like the water shows you how much is drinking or how much left and how much it will produce when it's done. It will produce some wheat basically. Yeah, that was a new iron place I discovered just next to these metal things. So I just decided to start like mining there. It's much closer to the base. And at this point here, as you can see, I'm trying to like send some of the stuff to Grim, because like here Grim has his like the fangs and stuff. Because at this point, like now I'm all set up. Now I've built most of the things that I need, so it's all about farming. And one of the things that you need to farm is gold. So Grim is going out there to the city which was called the Last Stand, and that city right there, I decided like to start selling stuff, like and you know just get some money really, because and see what they have as well. The nice thing about my area, by the way, is it's a bit calm. It's not a lot of action, so it's a bit calm. But I have been like attacked here before. Like I remember like a squad has came to my base and they just wanted to fight and stuff. But as you know, I just ran away and just didn't go through the whole fight. Now here they just came down to check my bags. Remember guys, this happens a lot. If it happens to you and you're new to the Kenshi, if you haven't done nothing dodgy, if you haven't stole anything from the city, then let them see your bags. They will just see your bags and let you go. But if you've done something bad, then I don't know what you should do. You should either run or face them or bribe them if they get the offer to bribe. So, but as you can see here, I just came a bit late, so I couldn't be able to sell anything. So I just tried to say, let me just explore around this area and see what's going on. Remember one thing: once you go out in exploring and you do have different squads, always like pause the game for a minute, just check your different squads, check, like click on the squads, just check if everybody's doing fine. Because especially when you're like playing at high speed like me, like you're playing for like 1 second, it could have been, or like 20 seconds, it could have been like 2 minutes or like 1 minute, you know what I mean? And that could result to the character, one of your characters being dead quickly, like, and you wouldn't even notice. And now 1 second, he could either die from bleeding, so you could have like difference to save him and stuff. Yeah, you see this little small city here, or I wouldn't even call it a city, but like this small area here. I don't know if it's a fort either, but yeah, I would say a fort. But let's say that small fort is called the I can't remember, something chosen Carls or something like that. They're not friendly at all. Like I remember they chased me, tried to kill me a few times, and I just keep running away from them. I'm not sure exactly what's their story, but they're not something to joke with. Now the city is open. I get into here. Remember, I had 800 goals. As you can see now, I have 1,800. So I just made 1,000 gold real quick. And this guy, I remember when I was opening this, like I was just looking at the armor. I was like, oh my god, I want some of that good stuff. Please give me some of that good stuff. But it's too early for me to get that. I think, yeah, I just tried to see the armors more, like we just here I'm telling you guys, I was just like so obsessed. I just wanted something nice because Grim is a fighter, so I want Grim to have a nice gear on him. I remember here at this point I was just turning around trying to pull spiders, as you can see here, trying to pull spiders and stuff like that just to get the guards to kill them and stuff. Because a lot of times I just pull animals and just go towards the guards. The guards will kill them and I'll just loot the animals, get some fangs as you can see, and just sell them and make quick bucks. It's really easy. For me, this is like I found it very easy to make. So I always kind of like always turn around the city and stuff, like just go around in circles and try to see what is if there's anything around. I remember I spent like a nice 15 minutes here trying to find something, but you know, I wasn't getting too lucky. I mean, in the end, I managed to find something, but it was just too much. So I can't kill it by myself. Like I couldn't kill, like maybe one spider, maybe, but like you know, it's very hard. As you can see here, that these people was getting attacked. I said, you know what? Let me just go loot these people, but there were spiders eating them alive. So now that is the only bad thing here. So you know, you don't want that to happen to you basically, so you don't want to get eaten alive by spiders. I hate the spiders because spiders, and there's another animals as well, you're gonna see now in a bit. But I hate these two animals a lot because what they do is when they get to you, they kind of knock you out. They don't leave you alone to recover. They will basically eat you. They will keep doing that and just like till you dead, and once you're dead they just eat your body or something, and that's it. So I was just trying to go down to the spider to pull him away from the body. So what I can do is go loot the body, you know, and get something out of the body. But like they chase me and they go back to the body. They chase me and they go back to the body. So they don't leave the body alone. So like I said, they're really annoying. I hate these spiders like so much. Here I'm just checking on my characters, making everybody is good. Zan was getting a bit hungry, so we just gave him some food. Yeah, I saw these scouts. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just go to these spiders. But the spiders was gone by now, and the buzzes disappeared. So I couldn't find no buddies to loot or anything. So I said, you know what? It's just getting dark. It's just better for me to get back home and see if I can get anything. If you guys saw right now, what I done is I paused the game because I was getting close to a character that I didn't know, or you know, once you somewhere out in the desert and walking and you see like someone walking or a group walking, pause the game, see who they are. They could be an enemy and you could just bump into them or get close to their range where they will just chase you. So you don't want that to happen. So always have your like, you know, your thumb on a space bar just ready to pause the game. Always think what you want to do as well, because like, you know, it's just you end up dying a lot and just loading the game a lot and stuff like that. So remember one thing as well, do save the game manually once you reach a good place, like you think this is a good checkpoint for you, just save it manually. Don't rely on autosave, because sometimes autosaves, like, you know, you could put in a bad situation as you guys saw before. So do have a manual save, which I did. As soon as I found the location that I wanted to build in, I saved it manually straight away. I said I'm gonna give it one more try. I remember I said, you know, just one more try. Then I got to Vane, and as soon as I got to Vane, these are the creatures that I'm talking about. These creatures, these camel-looking dinosaurs, guys, Brontos or whatever they are. You know, they're so annoying and they're not friendly and they're so fast as well. Like, you know, they will basically knock you out, you know, because once you fight a bandit, you get knocked out and you say, you know what, it's okay, I will just recover, I'll get back on my legs, and you know, I'll go back, heal myself up, do whatever, and just, you know, I'm all good. But these, they don't do that. Even when they knock you out, they just stand and keep hitting you with their head. It's kind of funny and a bit annoying, because you know, when you're just stuck under his leg and he just keeps smashing you with his fucking head, you know, like it feels not too nice, you know what I mean? Like it feels like you're just mentally getting tortured, like, you know, like, oh, come on, like, you know, I really didn't like them, and they're not friendly at all, so stay away from them. Now here, As you can see, I only paused because this group was getting closer to me that I wasn't sure what they are, so I had to pull all my characters away. Now, you see, they just went to the house and they're saying, okay, we're basically we heard like bullshit, like we wanna have a good fight, blah blah blah. So I don't have any good fighters here, and I don't want them to die or for like lose a leg or an arm. So try to prevent getting involved. I'm trying to prevent anything happening or any fights at this point. So basically, I just didn't want to counter them or anything like that. So I just pulled all my characters back away from the house. In my settings in the game, if you guys saw the video, the review, if you remember, I have put I disabled looting players, so bandits can't loot my shit. You know, so if they go into the house, they're just gonna go in there for a certain amount of time, and that's it. You know, they will cool off and they'll just leave. And once they leave, you know, I got the house back, everything's okay, nobody's injured, and everything is fine. So keep that in mind, guys. Like, always try to avoid fights if you're not ready for it. Now I'm just trying to get Grim back to the house so I could finish this episode with you guys. And I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you did enjoy this video, please let me know what you guys think of the video and editing this video. I hope you guys did really enjoy. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.